Hey, this video is for anybody who might be having trouble with anxiety, especially in social situations or having to speak in front of people, or just like generalized social anxiety. So I've dealt with this for a long time, and I've been doing a lot of prayer and meditation and feeling work lately, really spending a lot of time with myself and trying to watch my body and my emotions and reactions. And I've had an awesome like 60 days, just feeling really, really good. And then yesterday I went paddleboarding, which I'm doing right now. I just pulled over when I'm paddleboarding. That's why I don't have a shirt on. I normally do this with a shirt. But yesterday I was paddleboarding, and all these like really difficult, anxious thoughts were coming up. I have to speak in front of a group in 2 weeks, and I was absolutely tripping about that, feeling a lot of anxiety about that. And that shows up as me trying to think of everything to say, what to do, how to say it, going over that talk over and over in my mind. And yeah, it just wouldn't leave me alone, like that thought, the whole time I was paddleboarding. And then a bunch of other thoughts, like I had some interactions with people a couple days ago, and I was just really uncomfortable in that social interactions. And I kind of felt goofy because like there was a point where I didn't know what to say and it was awkward. And I just ended up saying later, like right kind of where we were supposed to continue talking, but there was that awkward silence. And so, there was that. And then I was paddleboarding, and I paddleboarded by, this group of boats out on a sandbar. And I felt really self-conscious then. And my mind is just like racing, trying to control all of this and feeling really bad. And it makes me feel more anxious. And then I was thinking about it all today. And, it's crazy. All that like emotion and anxiety and thought builds up, and it compounds on itself, and it gets worse. And I was feeling really low. I was feeling drained. I had to go to a little party yesterday where there were a bunch of people around. And I just felt like I didn't have anything to say. I didn't want to connect with anybody. And I ended up kind of sneaking out of that party because I didn't want to say, hey, bye, everybody, to like 25 people. And so I went back home, and I was like, man, something's really going on. And I thought about it a lot. And then I was like, okay, I'm just going to spend an hour or two just being with myself and breathing into my body and seeing if I can feel this anxiety. And that's what I did. And I ended up just relaxing in a chair in my room. And I would kind of think about the anxiety and try to bring that feeling up in all those different situations. And then I would kind of breathe deeply into my chest and literally try to bring the thought kind of down into my body and meet it with the breath. And I don't want this to sound like controlling, because I'm trying to get away from control. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. But I'm just trying to meet the feeling with breath and presence. And I do that by just breathing in. I don't even want to say like, just a big breath on the inhale, and then kind of holding it and just being present with that hold while I kind of like try to feel that feeling, or, bring that feeling down from my head. And what happens is those feelings start to shuffle through those feelings. I start meeting them with breath. I start feeling those feelings, tears start running down to my eyes. And it's not like I'm crying, like sobbing or anything. It's just like I'm feeling the feelings, and the release and the integration is happening. And the tears are the proof, they are what is showing me I'm feeling. And I just sat like that for probably an hour and just felt and felt and felt and relaxed. And then I took a break, and then I did it for another hour, and it was just really kind of cathartic. And I noticed after the 2 hours, I went to get something from the refrigerator, and I noticed I was just like a little bit more present. I noticed something on a label or a wrapper up above the refrigerator, and the sun's coming back out here, so it's getting my eyes. So anyway, I was pretty tired at that point. I did a little more like sitting, a little more breathing, And then I went to bed, and it was pretty late, and I went to sleep, and I slept a lot, and I didn't try to like wake myself up. I probably slept for like 9 or 10 hours. It's the weekend, and I really needed it. And this morning I feel amazing, and I'm already noticing I'm out paddleboarding again. I'm not having any of those thoughts. Actually, I'm thinking very positive. I passed some boats, didn't think anything about them. I went and hung out with some of my friends at the pool, felt no anxiety. And it's like that stuff, all those thoughts and that anxiety was coming up because it wanted to be felt, and it manifests itself in crazy thoughts in my head, spinning. And what I normally do is just try to fix those. I'm like trying to control it, trying to fix it, trying to do anything mentally to make it go away. And what makes it go away is not mentally trying to make it go away. It's sitting with it and being with it and feeling it. And if you've never done this before, it might take some time. When you sit down, your thought's going to run for a while. You know, sometimes it takes 30 minutes, sometimes it takes an hour. If you've never learned to or practiced kind of moving down into your feelings, this can be awkward, or it might take, you know, several times. But sit with yourself, be with yourself, connect with yourself. I've had a long habit of trying to go externally. My mind tells me to go externally to make myself feel better and solve my problems. But I've had so much trouble in my life going outside that I'm finally learning to go inside. That's where everything changes. When I do this work and start being with myself, spending time with myself. I love being with myself right now. I love watching myself on a daily basis, all these little intricacies of my mind and my feelings and my thoughts. That's how I came across this yesterday, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. So yeah, I'm loving going internally, and hopefully this helps somebody. Leave a comment. I'm happy to help in any way I can. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm trying to do like a little video every day of stuff that's just coming up for me and sharing it with everybody. All right, love you guys. Bye-bye.